Why do people hate Jews? It's because they think that they're dependent on Jews and that this dependence is bad, that the Jews are harming them. They think that Jews are in all the media, in politics, finance, everywhere. And because a person feels bad in life, then he blames what he feels on Jews. He thinks that there are too many Jews in the world, even though that researchers show that Jews are only 0.2% of the world. But they think that Jews are 20 or even more percent of the world. By nature, they feel that Jews cause harm. Where does this come from? Because Jews really have to bring mankind the method of connection that will bring good and abundance to the world. And then the world will be able to achieve a good life. People will be happy and so on. And Jews, they as if prevent this method of correction, of connection from the world. And therefore the world is suffering. And the people in the world, they don't exactly know what's the reason for it, but feeling bad towards Jews is something natural. It's embedded in nature. No one can do anything about it. But it's something that truly comes from the very foundation of the world. That Jews are that group that bear inside them the plan and the program for the correction of the world. And they themselves, they don't feel it. And therefore they can't reveal it to the world. And this is how it was all throughout history. However, today, it is becoming revealed. The program of correction that exists, and this program is called the wisdom of Kabbalah. And therefore, we can reveal it to all of mankind. And by doing so, we will end this lengthy period of thousands of years of hatred towards Jews. Why do some Jews hate Jews? We hate our spiritual root because it's against our own nature. It's what distances us from other nations. Because of that, they can't accept us. Anyone from the nations of the world can become a Jew, a 100% Jew, whereas a Jew can never become a Frenchman or a German or anyone else. He will always remain a Jew. And therefore the hate toward the situation that he can't be in control of, where he can't choose freely who he is. All other nations can, but he can't. And this destroys him. It makes him hate Israel, the essence of the people of Israel. It's something that he can't explain to himself, but he's willing to work at it in the most aggressive way. And we really see that all these organizations are filled with Jews, that the biggest anti-Semites are Jews. Because of this, because they can't get rid of their Judaism, because they can't break free of it, and they can't be a Frenchman or a German or anyone. They can't. They remain Jewish. And therefore, they hate to death their Jewish spiritual root. They hate it in an eternal and spiritual way. Why do non-Jews have a special appreciation towards Jews? It's something we can really see. It's a phenomenon. For many years I lived and actually grew up among non-Jews, and this is what I heard from them. That you're smart people, more successful than we are. Meaning, there's this kind of appreciation, a feeling of being lesser because I'm not a Jew. This is a subconscious feeling that exists in most of the people in the world, and therefore they feel a special appreciation towards Jews, along with hate, along with wanting to destroy them, and then they derive a special pleasure from suppressing the Jews, because by that they correct this natural feeling of as if deprivation. The reason for anti-Semitism doesn't exist on the level of this world. It's something much deeper, spiritual. We used to be on a spiritual degree and we fell from it to the corporeal level. And the impression from that spiritual degree is left in us. And therefore, to this day, we're successful in different fields. And this is why we're hated. Because we bear inside us an impression from the upper world. Where does this thought that the Jews are conspiring to take control of the world come to the nations of the world from? From this fact that in the people exists the method for the correction of the world, and this method, it eventually has to spread to the entire world, to all nations, for them to use this method and bring the world to a good, whole, and perfect state. The nations of the world, they feel it internally on the biological level. They don't even know where does it come from, but they feel that they're dependent on the Jews. They feel that there's something about the Jews that makes them superior to them, that they have a kind of secret, that they're hiding from everyone, from the world. They have a method for the correction of the world, and they're probably waiting for a time when they can sell it for the highest price, that they'll be able to control the world by it. This is a natural thought that awakens in all nations. They started feeling it not long after the destruction of the temple. And this is something that won't go away until we will disseminate the method of correction to the rest of the world, that will completely open ourselves and explain to ourselves and the world the state that we and the world are in.
There will be other informants coming forth that will be revealing the same information. It is not determined yet what platforms this will be released, although there are a few main players on the list. You'll be notified as this moves along.